Alright, hopefully a quick video just kind of going over this review for the kind of mid-chapter quiz that we normally do in Integrated 1. If I'm going a little, well, hopefully you have the handout with you, the quiz review or the review for the quiz. What's it called here? Review. Yeah, it should be titled just Review for Chapter 4 Quiz. Alright, but hopefully you have that paper with you. Hopefully you've tried it already. That's kind of the idea. You've attempted it yourself first, and this video is just kind of going through the answers. But if you're kind of doing this a different way and you're just kind of copying along, feel free to pause the video if I'm going too fast, you know? I'm going to probably be giving some quick explanations or comments, but it's not going to be like I'm reteaching all these concepts. There was other videos for that. So let's get that out of the way. And so find the slope of the line by, remember, slope is the rise divided by the run. Rise over run. So counting from this dot to this dot, we're going up 5 and then right 3. So overall just 5/3. And then this one, if you're going from this point to this point, down 6 squares, or 6 units, you know, we're going down 6, and then to the right 2. And so overall that's -3, okay? -6 divided by +2. That simplifies. You should always simplify your slope fractions. I mean, technically this is -3/1, but don't write -3/1. That's just -3. Like, this divides cleanly, okay? Maybe the only other quick comment is things like, you know, remember concepts, things like if you wanted to count from this point and go down and then left, like, that's fine, because you would have like -5 over -3 because you're going down and left, and that's ultimately +5/3. Just like here, you could go, instead of going down and then right, feel free to go, starting here, to go up and then left. So you could think of this as like +6 over a -2. That's still just gonna be -3. So when, oh look, just giving you the formula, like, not even, just no mystery here. Find the slope, okay, because look, quick reminder, counting just the rise and the run, this is like the formula for that. Like, this is like formula talk for just counting your rise and counting your run, because if you're just literally subtracting the 2 y coordinates, that's kind of like counting. So hopefully you're pretty clear on remembering that, you know, we're going to call 5 our y2, and that makes 3 our y1, because we're subtracting the y coordinates up top and then the x coordinates down here. Then you just do that. You know, you let the formula run its course. 5 minus 3 is 2. 9 minus 2 is 7. And that's the final answer, because this doesn't reduce at all, or even divide clean would be even better, I guess. But so here, what's my y2? So I want to do y2 minus y1 up top. You're probably going to be calling y2 -3 and your y1 2. So this guy minus that guy. If you want to do both of these the other way, if you want to do 2 minus the -3 and then on the bottom -1 minus 5, that should still work out. If you did it that way, you should still ultimately get like an overall like -5/6. What's going on over here? Oh, this method that I What method is this? Sorry, this is kind of live time here. Oh, I'll have to somehow remind myself of this like middle school method, but so maybe we talked about this in class and these numbers over here make sense to you. But overall, right, the greatest common factor of 8 and 12, no matter how you figure it out, mentally or some fancy method, is 4. All right? And then the rest of it, you go with the smallest exponent. But over here with LCM, you're going with the larger of the two exponents. And then again, the overall LCM of 8 and 12 is going to be 24. So those are the final answers for number 5. Again, not looking to reteach everything in this video, just kind of go through the answers. Remember, pause as often as you need if I'm going too fast, if you didn't do this yourself already. Graph the following lines. Remember, when your linear equation is already written like this in that form, that means you can just point out that your m is 3/5, your b is -2. Remember, your b represents your y-intercept. So you begin with b, that's our y-intercept, and then you move with m. That's a rise of 3, at the same time a run of 5. Okay, so this is the first point, then you go up 3, right 5, because that's what your slope is. M is slope, B is your y-intercept. You have to know that or you're like dead in the water. Oh, you could put another point, kind of put this in the other direction. Is that 3? Down 3, 5. And then of course, I guess I have a line tool here. Don't forget to connect your points to finish your line. Likewise, number 7, your m, since this is written in that form, very convenient. M is -1/4. It's whatever's in front of the x. M and then the x. M and then the x. Then your b is +3. So remember, you begin with b, your y-intercept, and then what's a slope of -1/4 mean? Technically, it's like, -1/4 out in front. But think of this negative only with the numerator. So it's like a -1 and a +4. So you're going to go down 1 and then to the right 4. And I guess we could do that in the reverse direction, I guess. And connect the dots and you're done. If you can recognize y equals mx plus b, what's my m here? What's the m in front of the x? 1. And then if you wanted to think of this as a full-out fraction slope, it would just be 1/1. That's 1. That's the same as 1. And then our b is 3. So we begin with b on the y-axis, because it's the y-intercept, and then a slope of 1 just means up 1/1, up 1/1, and we could put way more points. Oh, what the heck? Make it nice. Yeah, good enough. All right, what's my m here in number 9? What's the m in front of the x? mx. It's just the -2, right? So once again, as a full rise over run fraction, you just got to put that over 1. You said it. What's my b? It's supposed to go y equals mx b plus what here? 0. Hey, that's a thing. Why can't our y-intercept be 0? No reason, because it can. So yeah, b equals 0. And so our y-intercept, look, 2, 1, 0. So a slope of -2/1 means literally down 2, but then over 1. Don't forget about the over 1 part. And there's more dots I can put. All it really takes is 2 points. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. This is the last. Here we go. Last type of situation. Kind of, I guess these two are a little bit different than these two, but they're similar. So here, what we want to do is take this information, draw our line, and then from our drawn line, come up with the equation. Now, of course, well, sorry to get it. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but obviously we're going to be looking to write out the equation with the proper m and b, and that's all we need. So here we go. You start by plotting your point. So we know my line contains the point -3, -2. So my line's going to pass through that point, just like over here, -1, comma. Oh, it's not that problems. Dot. And then you use the slope to kind of, where does this line go from here? Well, the slope says it's going to rise 1, but then run 3. Up 1, rise of 1, run of 3. Let's do that again. So there's my line. Now, can you now look at the line that's drawn and come up with the equation? Remember, we're just looking for m and then b. We know there's an x right about there. We just need to fill in the missing m part and b part. Now, we were told m for free from the beginning before we did anything. So it's 1/3 there in the m position. But then what's my b? We've got to look at the line. Remember, b, it represents the y-intercept. Where is my line crossing the y-axis? Right here at -1. Guess what? It's done. That's it. So this equation is y equals 1/3 x minus 1, because m and b are what they are. So again, once again, over here, -1, comma 2. Plot that point first. That's known. And then what's the slope of -1/2 means? Well, from this point, we know is on the line, we're going to go down 1, but then right 2. Think of it as -1 and a positive 2. All right, so there's my line, and now I can write my equation where I know from the beginning that my m is just -1/2. Sorry, I'm writing with my mouse. And then the x variable in y equals mx plus b. So what's my b here? Right there? Oh, that was a little bit low. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Oh, my gosh. This is... Alright, that's the best it's going to get for me, I think. So where is my line hitting the y-axis? Our best guess is positive 1.5. And you know what? We're going to go with. And it's right. But hey, it's like a little bit of uncertainty there, huh? Like, is it really crossing at 1.5? It is. So then these problems, well, a little bit different, because what they're giving you here is just 2 points. So we have -4, comma, -3. -4 is the x coordinate. Then -3 is the y coordinate. It's not the same as rise over. You don't go down 4 and then left 3. Remember, this is different. This is x coordinate, y coordinate. So x coordinate, y coordinate. And now we can draw our line, and our slope, that's going to be pretty easy. Like, we could do the formula if you want. If you did this already and you literally did the formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, that's fine. But this looks easy enough to count. 1, 2 for my rise, positive. 1, 2, and then to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, 2/8 reduces to 1/4. That's the best way to write our slope. 1/4 reduced. And then it looks like our y-intercept, I mean, it looks like if you drew a straight enough line, you know, I mean, we could double check this because, hey, the best way to write our slope is not 2/8, even though it's true. It's 1/4. So look, up 1/4. Yep, this is a nice exact spot at -2 on the y-axis for my y-intercept. Last problem, x-coordinate, y-coordinate, boom, right there. And then x-coordinate 2, y-coordinate 1. Let's go like this because we want to know what our y-intercept is going to end up being. Looks like it's going to be 3, isn't it? It is. But what's my slope? Because I got to put the slope in the M position. So going from this dot to this dot, we're going down 1 and then right 1. So down and then to the right. Overall, -1/1, we can just say is -1. Oh, in fact, I caught myself maybe just a half a second too late. You could do -1x. I'm not going to mark this wrong. If you say your equation is -1x, and then of course the +3 for b, I wouldn't mark something like this wrong. But you don't literally need to write in the 1. You know, -1x is the same as just -x. So this is a little bit more conventional. You know, like let's say you were taking like a multiple choice test. You're not going to see -1x in the multiple choice. You're just going to see -x plus 3. But, all right, so now you're ready to, next time I see you in class, you're going to want to try to take this Chapter 4 quiz.